Hi everyone, my name is Leah Stetter, and I'm a customer success coach with Bright MLS. Thank you for joining me for this Bright Steps Display Reports webinar. Today I'll be talking with you about some of the various display reports that are available for you to use to view results in Bright MLS from our Result Display drop-down menu. It is our hope that from viewing this webinar, you'll be able to more quickly and easily understand which report to pull based on what each of these versions offer you. Bright MLS has over 500 different data fields of information that could possibly be entered and displayed about properties. Not every data field is applicable to each of the property types that are available in Bright MLS. And a subscriber's need for each piece of data in those data fields can vary at different points in the property search and results process. When you have results from your search criteria, depending on the type of information you need and what you want to do with this information, there are a variety of result display reports that highlight different data points and data sets in different manners, depending on the layout you choose. If you weren't sure why there are so many different display reports and what the differences are between them, please join me as we review the differences between the various options you have and consider why some of these reports might work for you better than others, depending on the information that you're looking to find. On the search results page in the display box, there are a number of system views available. These different displays provide you with access to different pieces of information throughout multiple different types of templates. Our first topic today is the Agent One-Line Display Report. Once you've entered your search criteria and have selected results, you'll see the results of your search come up in an Agent One-Line display. The Agent One-Line display offers basic listing details, making it easy for you to scan through listings and narrow down your results before you view full listing details, photos, financials, documents, and additional information. The Agent One-Line report has standard columns, but you can do a number of different things when working with the Agent One-Line display, including creating and managing custom displays. The Agent One-Line display is accessible from any listings and public record search. And while the Agent One-Line report is the default display for search results, you can easily jump between and navigate back and forth within the different views. By going to the Display drop-down menu, you can always easily get back to the Agent One-Line display reports. You can sort the results in a column by clicking on the column heading. Click once for an ascending order and click twice for the descending order. You can sort column fields like in Excel and move them between different parts of your display views as you wish. To maximize the space on your screen and give you one-click access to information, you'll see that there are a variety of different icons on the right-hand columns on the one-line display report. The first icon you'll see will be a price change icon, indicating if a price is increased or decreased. The green arrows down indicate the decrease, and the red arrows up indicate a price increase. If you're not sure what all these different icons represent, that's okay. All you have to do is point to each icon and a label will appear. For example, hovering over the H paper icon displays the tag listing history, indicating that this is where you'll access the full property history. You will find icons that provide quick access to community and school details by simply clicking on the Apple icon to get the school information and the paper icon next to it for the community information. You also have icons that make it easy to reach public records and tax map details. There are some great new financial features as well. You can launch a buyer's closing cost and seller net sheet reports right here. And you'll find links to full listing history details, market and listing performance reports, and many others. Get ready by exploring every one of these icons. They'll always open in a new tab or window, making it easy for you to return to the results screen. Please note, when selecting the LPR icon, the listing performance report will only be available for the listing agent to view. If you are not the listing agent, then a market performance report will result from selecting this icon. Market performance reports are also available to be found under the Market Research tab on the Mega menu. Now that we've covered the Agent One-Line report, we'll move on to discussing some of the other various reports and comparing them with one another. Please note, some of the multiple reports that we're going to review are available to be found in both agent and client versions. The client views of those reports do not include information that should only be available to agents, such as the listing brokerage, listing agent, compensation, showing details, and notes, agent remarks as well. So be sure, if you're sharing results reports with clients, to please only send them the client versions and not an agent version of your results. Let's move on and discuss the Agent Gallery Report. The Agent Gallery Report is a summary report that displays basic listing details, including listing agent office information, showing contact and showing information, agent remarks, and directions. Similar to the Agent Gallery Report is the Agent Thumbnail Report. The Agent Thumbnail also includes information about the square feet, acres, garage and parking details, structure and style, as well as additional agent information. It also displays more listing details and access to all the same icons you have in the single line display. Now we'll take a look at the Agent Full Report. With so many details to find out about a listing, the Agent Full Report is a good place to dive in and learn more about the property listing itself. The Agent Full Report will always generate more than one page and includes open house and tour information. It also now includes a market activity graph. It's powered by Smart Charts, which is located at the bottom of the Agent Full Report, and shows the total number of new listings, closed sales, and new pending listings over the past 16 months in the zip code of the listed property. By having the market activity graph on your Agent Full Reports, you can get a better understanding of a specific market area and confidently present this information to potential buyers. If you are looking for an Agent One-Page report, you have a few choices available to you. The first one I'm sharing with you today is called the Agent One-Page Report. This Agent One-Page Report has key listing details, including interior and exterior features when entered by the listing agent, and has even more information outlined in sections, including by rooms, features, remarks, listing office, and showing and listing details. Please note, to reduce the number of printed pages, the remarks will only display the first 4 lines when printed. The next agent report that typically prints out on one page is called the Agent Synopsis Report. The Agent Synopsis Report immediately highlights recent changes, upcoming open houses and the method of open house, quick property summary, including view information, location, taxes and assessment, square feet, community information, waterfront, water access information if applicable, rooms information, mobile home information if applicable, green features if applicable, features, agent remarks. Note there will be no public remarks. There are listing office and compensation information, showing information including directions, and if there's auction information, it'll show as well if it's applicable, and the rest of the listing details. If you're looking for a truly comprehensive report, the Agent 360 report is a 7-tab report that lets you easily click through each of the tabs on it to find all of the information about your listing. Simply select the Agent 360 report, and here you can get all of the information on a full agent report that is packaged for you with information across these different tabs. Here you can see information about the listed properties, public records. You can even view comparable properties here. You can also slide over to the next tab and take a look at the tax history for this property. The next tab shows the sale and mortgage information about that listed property. The following tab talks about the flood report that's available on this property, whereas the next history tab shows the listing history. The final tab on the Agent 360 report is a maps page, which shows you several different map views of the property, including a flood map, a parcel map, and a Google map that has multiple views. You can choose the satellite or the map view. Please note, in addition to the Agent 360 report, There's also a Client 360 report, which is similar to the Agent 60 report in having multiple tabs here, but it does not include the listing office, the listing agent, compensation information, or agent remarks. If you're looking for a nice piece to print off for flyer boxes or to quickly send information that has an address, price, several pictures, a map, MLS number, basic property information, including beds, baths, and above ground finished square feet, lot acres, square feet, school district, subdivision, and public remarks, then the flyer report is what you might be looking for. This report is great for both buyer agents and listing agents to use. When status change information is important, you should check out the hot sheet report. Once it's selected from the display dropdown, the hot sheet display report shows any status change types and any change information from one status to another, or if it's about price changes, and that's for each of the listings selected in the results. If you're curious about if or when any open houses are upcoming for the listings that are in your search results, check out the open house report display. The open house report will show you if there's any public open houses coming up for the results of your search and the date, the time, the method, and the access type. The open house report will also conveniently include the days on market, school district information, subdivision information, listing agent and office name and contact information, directions, and public remarks. There are 4 versions of history reports in Bright MLS. The first of the 4 history reports is the History Listing Report. It is an agent report and gives the history and listing information, including the MLS number, property type, days on market, cumulative days on market, listing office, change type, change date, price, and icons for the most recent listings of the property. Next up is the History Property Report, the second of the 4 history reports. It is also for agents. It gives property history, public records, status, dates, prices, and owners. There's MLS history details, including the listing office information for all of the listings related to the property. And there's also the icons on the top for you to use and get more information there. We then have 2 more history reports, but they're client versions. So scrolling on down to them, you'd see the client history for the listing, which is the same as the history listing report, but does not include the listing office information. And finally, the client history report, which is the same as the history property report for agents, but does also not include the listing office information. The photo view reports display all of the listing photos and any captions included with those photos from Bright's listing management. The photo view report demonstrates how captions can further support ideas about the property, optimizing the use and highlighting the features of each area of the home. Here's a listing that does not have captions on it in the photo view, but as we see when we go to the next one, there are captions on it, and it makes a big difference. Please note that lots and lots of photos are available to be seen on the photo view report. But we also have a photo view 1-page report, which limits the number of photos that will be displayed. If you select the photo view 1-page report, you'll only see a portion, the first 12, of all the listing photos with the captions. So you may wish to reflect and consider how this might influence you when determining the order that you choose to put your pictures into your listing, as well as you might want to make sure that the first 12 are the impressions of the potentially 150 available pictures in Bright MLS listing management, and that you choose the first 12 to be the ones that will pack your strongest, most influential message about the property you are listing. There are some more report options available to you housed that are called the Results Statistics Report, the Price Analysis Report, and the 3-Up Reports. And they all can be found when you've selected your properties from the search results and then go to choose Print Action from the orange Action tabs. Here I'm going to select several different reports to take a look at to show you and demonstrate the more report options that are found in the print options. By selecting my criteria, the search results that I want to look at, I then go ahead and select the print action from the orange action tabs. And I'll be able to see a variety of reports that will be found here under the PDF only. These reports are interesting because they're opportunities to grab and go quick stats like mini CMAs, and also can put your brand and business and contact information best foot forward for your clients because your header will show up in them. The first one we're going to take a look at is the results statistics. The results statistics report gives quick statistics such as the minimum, maximum, average, median, days on market, and additional information that can be useful in making comparisons between properties. It shows you the number of bedrooms, bathrooms, the year built, the number of acres, above ground square feet, the price per square foot, in addition to the listing prices of your chosen results. Next is the residential stats analysis detail report. It highlights the prices when the listings were initially entered and the price at the time of the sale, so it can be a useful tool in learning more for your analysis and possible recommendations for negotiations, offering about how the sales price list price ratio for the results of your listing search are. Let's take a look and see how you can find those. The price analysis report. See, you can see when the price was initially entered, what the close price, if there were any concessions, what the net price, the original price, and the percent of each was. And you can see how it compares with the price at the time of the sale. The 3UP report is a popular report that lays out more details in 3 columns, so you can easily and quickly see similarities and differences across a range of data fields and details between multiple properties at a time. Selecting in the print section of the 3UP report and selecting print to PDF gives you an opportunity to see those properties selected in a variety of columns together and go and look at the different fields that are available for you to do comparisons. You might take a look at the subdivision neighborhood, the school districts, property types, the number of beds and baths, the ownership type, the year it was built, the different structure types, architectural style, above grade finished square feet, below grade finished square feet, whether or not there's basements, and if so, what types, the number of garage spaces, the kind of heating and cooling. Compare the lot size acres and lot size dimensions of each of the properties that you've selected, the taxes for each property and the tax year, any assessments that are there, and the sales type, among other things. Again, to find the additional reports in Print More button, select your results here, go to Print from the Agent 1 line. You'll see that there's reports below that you can print as PDF only. We reviewed the results statistics, price analysis report, and 3UP report. To find the last one we're highlighting in today's webinar, the map with client 1 line, select the More button and scroll on down until you find it. Right down here, map with client 1 line. And go print to PDF. The map with client 1 line report is a useful tool to print out if you're taking clients to see properties or want to give scale perspective on proximity and locations of multiple search results. Now that we've covered many agent and some client report options, we'll cover the 3 appraiser-specific reports in Bright MLS. The first of the 3 appraiser-specific reports is aptly named the Appraiser Report. This report is best used for its basic listing data, year built information, real estate taxes and remarks, as well as the GLA assessor not estimated and the HOA fees and related amenities. From the Agent 1 line, you can select whichever one of the results you want to see in the Appraiser Report by taking the drop-down menu in the display and choosing Appraiser Report. Again, this report gives the kind of information appraisers are most likely to want to see. The next appraiser-specific report is known as the Public Records Appraiser One-Page, previously known as the Appraiser Parcel One-Page report. This report is most loved for its assessment and taxes information and lot and building characteristics in addition to the basic listing information. To find the Public Records Appraiser One-Page report, simply go to the drop-down display menu, open it up, and it is right underneath the appraiser report. You can see that it's laid out differently than the full page appraiser report. Last but not least, we have the 1004 MC reports for appraisers. It's available in a PDF format and is found under the Print More Report section. To find that, simply select your listing, go down to the Print section, and click on the More button. Scroll down further, and you'll see the 1004 Market Conditions Details and the 1004 MC Market Conditions Summary. Select Print to PDF. And this is the information that needs to be provided at times by appraisers. Thank you for joining me in this review of the Bright MLS display reports. I hope you found this program valuable and learned more about the variety of report options available to you in Bright MLS. Next, we will host a Q&A session on this topic with Bright MLS's own Mike DelGaudio. He's the VP of Customer Support, Accuracy and Policy, and Training Departments at Bright MLS. Please stay tuned for answers to your questions next. Wishing you all a wonderful day.
Thanks so much, Leah. At this point, we're going to turn to Mike DelGaudio, Head of Customer Support, Training, and Accuracy and Policy, for answers to your questions. Thank you, everyone who participated. We're committed to getting these all answered. Again, if your question was submitted after we gathered these, we'll reach out to you individually. Thanks for being here, Mike.
That's my pleasure. Thank you.
So we'll start off. Shannon from Virginia was asking how she can use reports as a flyer for handouts.
Sure. There's actually a report called Flyer that I think probably would be a perfect fit for you. It has address, price, number of pictures, map, MLS number, basic property info, includes bed, baths, above grade, finished square footage, and so forth. So you probably want to choose that report. It's great. It's applicable for either the buyer agent or a listing agent to use.
And then Anne from Pennsylvania wants to know how she could tag a specific property to follow the status changes. The example she gave was when it goes from coming soon to maybe active, and save some time that way.
Sure. So if I'm understanding this correctly, you just want to watch this listing for its changes. So the best way to do that is to add this particular property, the one you want to watch, to a cart, and then you could periodically check your carts for changes. Or you could set up an auto email to be notified whenever that property changes. If you've never set up an auto email before, if you need help setting one up, just go over to our knowledge base, go to support.brightmls.com, and in the search bar, just search for auto email. You'll see articles for how to set them up, maintain them, delete them, all that stuff.
Great, and we have a lot of questions that came in about CMAs from Anley in Pennsylvania, Starr in Maryland, Davina in Maryland, Mirachu in Virginia, Deborah in Maryland, and Anthony in Delaware. Just tips on making CMAs.
Sure. Well, I think as Leah mentioned in her presentation, there are some more report options available called the Results Statistics Report, the Price Analysis Report, the 3-Up Reports, all of which can be found when you've selected your properties from the search results and then gone to choose Print Action from the orange Action tabs, right? These reports are a great way to create sort of like a grab and go, like a quick stats or a mini CMA. And they'll also help you put your brand and business contact information, put that stuff forward first and foremost for your clients. If you are looking for, I know that this webinar didn't specifically cover how to create a CMA, so if you're looking for the step-by-step on how to create a CMA, then a great resource is to just go over to our YouTube channel at youtube.com/brightmls, and just search, you'll see an article there or a video there on how to create a CMA. I think you can also get there through our knowledge base, how to create a CMA, one of our most popular videos, but that'll walk you through it step by step.
Great, and Lynn was asking from Virginia about creating statistics for appraisals.
Sure. Okay. So in the webinar, I think Leah mentioned that there were three different appraiser-specific reports. There's the appraiser report, which is best used for its basic listing data, year built information, real estate taxes, remarks, and so forth. The public records / appraiser one page, which I think was previously known as the appraiser parcel one page report. That's used for assessment and tax information, lot and building characteristics, and so forth. And then there's also the 1004, the 1004 MC reports for appraisers. That is available in PDF format under the print / more report section that I think Leah spoke about. But if you're looking to do some more detailed statistical, so those are some reports, but if you're looking to do more statistical analysis on results, you're looking to do math operations and that type of information, you can also create a search result or a saved search that has the properties in it that you're looking for to do a deeper analysis. And then you can export those one-line reports, whatever columns you've indicated in the report, you can export that, pull them into Excel, and do all sorts of analysis for it that way. So there's a couple of different ways, whether it's the canned reports that we have, or if you want to pull the information down to do a greater statistical analysis on the data in Excel.
And Smita from New Jersey was asking about virtual open houses and how they work, if they work on desktops and laptops, or if they only work on cell phones.
Generally speaking, depending on what platform they're using for the open house, I think just about all of them will work on laptop, desktop, tablet, or phone. So a lot of times it's over a conferencing solution like Zoom. If you're using something like Zoom to do the virtual open house, or YouTube Live, or any of those, they'll generally work on phone. They'll also work on desktop or laptop, and they'll work on both platforms, whether you're the host of the open house or whether you're an attendee of the open house. Should be either one.
Melinda and Alex from Pennsylvania, both of them were asking, what is the quickest way to get daily reports for new listings, pending, closed listings, things like that?
Sure. Well, I think probably the by far the quickest way to keep a pulse on a particular market is our hot sheets function. You can customize them to include updates for new listings, price changes, status updates, all sorts of stuff. If you're specifically asking about changes to the market as the result of the coronavirus outbreak, so taking it from two different directions. One, if it's about specific searches that you're keeping up to date on, or the market as a whole. So we've got a page dedicated to resources as a result of the coronavirus outbreak. And in there, you'll see PDFs and reports of sort of the global market as a whole, the whole Bright footprint, how the market has changed, the evolution, its recovery, and so forth. So if you're looking for, if it's not the hot sheets that you're looking for, because that will do it for the individual searches, if you're looking for the market at large, go to brightmls.com/COVID-19, and there you'll see links to the latest reports for the market as a whole.
Great, and we had two questions that came in from Edme in Virginia and Connie in New Jersey talking about neighborhood-specific data. Apparently there was a report that was in trend, and she was wondering if we had something that was similar in the Bright MLS system.
Sure. I think you're referring to the Find reports, and that info can be found under the community icon.
Great. And then Carla from Maryland was asking if there's a way to print former listing comparison report to display the listings side by side like they do in the appraisal reports.
I think in Bright right now, the most comparable report we have is probably the 3UP report. That's a good one for comparison. That lays out more details in so you can easily see similarities and differences across a range of data fields and details between multiple properties at a time. So I think the 3UP report is probably the closest one to what the old trend system had.
David in Pennsylvania was asking about the Paragon system, was able to put everything on one page, and Bright tends to have 3 pages and wanted to know if we had the ability to format it down to 1 page.
Yeah, it's my understanding that right now, sort of like the short versions of the reports, they can run longer than 1 page. When there's multiple photos, when the remarks go long, they can tend to be a little bit longer. it's my understanding that our development team is looking at the feasibility of trying to winnow down to a specific one-page report where maybe the remarks get truncated or some photos get, omitted from the report, trying to get it shortened down to a specific time. I don't have a date. I do know it's definitely one of our priorities. It's something that we're really keen to do. I just don't have if there's a release date or anything like that. But I do know that is sort of top of mind for our development team.
Wonderful. And then we actually had 4 new agents who were
great.
joining us today. Shaylise for Virginia, and then Inam from Virginia, Steve from Pennsylvania, and Len from Maryland. They all said they were new to Bright MLS, or they're a new agent. They want to learn everything there is to learn. So where's the best place they should go to get familiar with Bright MLS?
Sure. Well, first, welcome to Bright. We hope you found the webinar helpful. We're happy to have you as part of our subscribers. We hope you find it beneficial. The best place to start, if you're a new agent, the best place to start if you're new to the business or if you're new to Bright is to visit our YouTube channel. Just go to youtube.com/BrightMLS, and there you will find in the playlists tab, you'll find one specifically labeled as a new agent playlist. That'll help you get familiar with our system, from logging in to searching, entering a listing, all of the basics that you need to become productive right away. Take you about maybe an hour to get through the playlist. You can watch them at your own pace. You can come back to any of the chapters whenever you want, and that will walk you through all the things that you need to know to become productive on the Bright MLS system right away. You should also know that we have our knowledge base at support.brightmls.com. If you have any questions, you can always go search in our knowledge base for whatever it is you're looking for, and hopefully we'll have an article that will help you. We're always happy to help, so you can always reach out to us at the contact center at our help desk, and we'll be happy to walk you through any other specific help that you need.
Thanks so much, Mike and Leah, and to all of you in attendance, have a great day.